Guilt. Guilt is the true reason that brought over 88% of our population to live in emotional jails. Emotional jail is, of course, lack of happiness, lack of health, love, and wealth, lack of meaning. But the most painful there, that when the person is feeling guilt, it's intent to get more and more guilty. It has great self-sabotage. It's not able to receive any desire or things they want, and sometimes it's even a punishment for receiving those good things. I had experience working with big businessmen when they faced the crisis of not able to pay the salaries, and the companies was big, and the experience of the business more than 30 years. So the person is absolutely professional and knows his niche, and he knows his business. So when the fund was coming and he was able to receive that, actually it was not exactly like this. So we met on this situation, financial crisis in the company. Yeah, we started working, and in the first few days, the person is fall down and hit his face, and I'm like, what's happened? And he like, I just sleep over, so I know there are no such things like accidentally like slept and hit the face. I like, okay, it sounds like punishment. So financial crisis, it's most of the time because of not believing yourself or the guilt. This is two major reasons. So when we start working with him, there was a guilt. Yeah, we start to bring him out from the guilt to self-forgiveness and self-acceptance. And then in a few days, he just like fall down and hit his face. And I like, let me look deeper on this. And when we understand the original reason of his guilt, that was about divorce. And he felt like a failure with his kids, in front of his kids. So he make punishment for him that he was not able to receive any good from life. So he felt embarrassed in front of the employees. He was in the panic. He was scared. He was not able to pay salaries. He went to the depths. And the situation was escalating like really crazy. So he, with all his resources, lot of property, lot of source, lot of knowledge, lot of employees, he could not come out until we bring him out to self-forgiveness and self-acceptance. Because you see, when the person is feel guilty, it's intent to feel more and more guilty. It's like the person thinking, like, if I have this guilt, that will help me to come out of it guilt. So it's kind of make himself more and more heavy. And of course, the heavier, the more difficult to come out of that. And also, so it's guilt multiply guilt, it's the punishment, and it's a self-sabotage. So if you have that in your inner world, understand that the lack of happiness, health, love, and wealth and meaning, it would be very natural. because it's absolutely different realities. You're not able to be happy and unhappy in the same time. So basically, guilt is the anchor that holding you down. Yeah, and the happiness, health, wealth, love, meaning, fulfillment, it's all high frequency. So if you're looking for a spiral of frequencies, it's different floors of the house. Yeah, if we're talking about the guilt would be like minus 20, the happiness would be the 20 floor. So you're not able to be in the different floor in the same time. It can be your situation, it's true, but depends how long you're in that guilt situation, how long you're playing. And this is my podcast, is to get a clarity for what is the guilt and how to come out of that emotional jails. Also, if you're playing long enough of that, and if you doing some your activities with finance, the guilt is most of the time it's the ban, like not allow for success. So the people, when they start to do something with the money, with the meaning, with living their self-purpose, soul purpose, and it's very often crossing paths with the jail, not only emotional jail, but the real jail. Because our inner world is the reflection, our outer world would be always reflection of our inner world. So if you learn enough in emotional jail, and you want to come out, but you didn't switch off that programs, guilt, fears, punishment, self-sabotage, and if you still brave enough to go and live in your life, yes, it's the risk to go for a physical jail. First of all, this program have to be transformed or erased. We are really like a computers. So result of my service is to take out from your computer all the programs that was before was in your favor, and now they're not only limitation but also stealing your life. Because our norm is to be happy. Our norm is to be free. Our norm is to be meaningful. That's our health. That's our mental health. So let's talk about more in details how to come out of this emotional jail of guilt. First of all, we need to forgive ourselves. And to forgive ourselves, we need to self-accept ourselves. Self-acceptance is the biggest prize of our life. We're able to accept limitless life only after self-accepting. And the reason for the guilt can be like really this big spectrum. It can be failure of the business, guilt in front of the employees. It can be failure of someone expectation. That's the crazy reason, but it's so crazy what people do for approval, and approval of someone who really not playing the key role in your life, but this someone saying like, you should behave this, you should listen my critic, you should follow this. No, you're not. So this failure of expectation of someone, hunting for approval of someone, this is like come out of the immediately, and for also big variety, like heavy guilt, and looks like it was long time ago and it's already not working, but it's working. And that was my also heavy weight. It's the abortion, it's the divorce, it's the failure of keeping promises, and so on. So guilt is kind of like, let's say, a virus. that looks like invisible, but once you make a step towards your desire or freedom or joy or your opinion, it's like ding ding ding, I'm here, where you go, come back, sit and be quiet, be like others. That's safer. So first of all, to understand here, there are no failure at all. It's only experience. We all come here for the experience. Okay? Second, what is very important to understand, it's to be able to achieve forgiveness, we have to transform original seed of guilt. Because that one seed of the baobab grow a huge tree in your garden, and then whatever happened, oh, I'm guilty for that, oh, I'm guilty for that, oh, I'm guilty for that, it just lives on the huge tree. So my ability is to see where's that original seed in your life. Because if we look leaf by leaf on your tree, it's just like change decoration, but your tree is still growing inside your garden, inside your inner world, and not allow you to live your full potential life. With guilt, you will never receive financial joy, inner peace, or happy marriage without compromising. Okay, why? Because, like I said earlier, with guilt, you intend to be more and more guilty. Punish yourself. And with finance, it will be more and more debts. It will be self-sabotage. It would be not allow your voice to speak up out loud. It would be not acceptance for your own vision, for your truth, for your opinion, for your innovation. You just not put yourself in the map of life. And the self-sabotage and punishment would be holding your hands with loyalty until you will self-forgive yourself. And then come in self-acceptance. And then come in freedom from all the blocks for love, health, and money. So this is blocks of love and wealth. It's not original. It's gonna fall down once you really forgive yourself. Because if we're talking about the person who living in physical jail, yeah, so it's the lack of comfort, it's the lack of space, it's the lack of good food, it's the lack of good conditions, yeah. So basically the person with the guilt, if it's not even a physical jail, if it's emotional jail, it would be the same life. It would be discomfort, it would be compromising, it would be a lot of self-sabotage, it would be not a good food, it would be not a good condition for job or whatever, like in whatever aspect of life you're talking about, there will be self-sabotage and the guilt, okay, and the punishment. If you actually brave enough to start to speak up or do something which was not approval, let's say for some memories of your grandma or grandpa, like, no, my auntie or my uncle, they want my version of me like this. So let me keep myself good to be approved for that ghost and not to be real. So this is a big loop of illusion, when we're chasing for approval and when we're afraid of the critic. So this is already indicate that the guilt is running the show that call your life, but you even didn't try the what is the taste of your real life. So basically all this approval, self-critique, punishment, self-sabotage, it's all indicators that self-forgiveness and self-acceptance have to be accepted right now. No time to lose. And in other words, sobriety reality, what we have to understand, that we able to receive in life only things and desire that we available for. If we're not available for it, we're not able to receive it, even it's next to us, like 1 millimeter from us. And if you experience guilt, you're not available for happiness, you're not available for joy, you're not available for health, you're not available for the meaning and fulfillment. So, meaning, for example, one situation is just coming to my mind. One of my client, he was not able to be happy in relationship and could not experience financial joy, because when he was a child, his parents got divorced because the father was working a lot, and the mother was complaining that because of the money, he all the time go for the job. And the father said to her that I want to give the best life for you and my son. So that man, who was a child at the time, he got idea that he was guilty because the father wanted to support him, and that create a divorce. So he was not able to live his full potential life until we removed that guilt and self-acceptance, that he understood it's not his fault, and his understanding of that situation was not really accurate. So in my way, it took me 9 years to achieve self-forgiveness and self-acceptance. And it took me so long because actually I didn't know what I was looking for. I just knew that it's not quality of my life. I didn't feel freedom, and I didn't feel financial freedom. I didn't feel that life that I want to live. I felt like it was not with me. So I'm really determined, and I was in endless transformation because I was looking for something, I didn't know that I was looking for self-forgiveness and self-acceptance until I come very close to it and I understand, this is the one I was looking for. So when I did this, when I could achieve it, when I look for the original seeds and transform that, then I understand what mean actually to not go for the compromise, the sacrifice, denial, or chasing for something, What does it mean to take back power from other people? I mean, my power, like when we're talking about finance. And I could not understand for a long time, why financial life is go like yo-yo. It's because we're saying that the money is coming from other people, and we have to depend, the payment have to come today, and then I just I start to wait from this person, and the money not coming, and what the fuck. And then I understand, self-acceptance mean accept the life. It's mean not to give any more my power to people, I depend on you when you're gonna pay, I will wait when you're gonna make your things. And so basically, self-forgiveness and self-acceptance is the biggest prize in the life, because with that understanding and acceptance, we actually receive our life. We fully understand what is the limitless of life. That's the freedom, that's the mental stability, that's the joy, that's the happiness, that's the meaning, that I can be me without changing myself for any obstacle or situation or because of that people, or because of that company paying me, if I'm gonna be like this or that, or I should depend on that payment. No, not at all. The biggest prize is to understand, like when we accept ourselves, we accept the life, and the life is limitless. So when we put like all our chances of freedom on someone, like when I get the payment, then I can do this, we lost. Yes, we are here to be back to unity, so we understand how to exchange our services, our knowledge for the exchange of the resource. But if we think that our chances are limited, yeah, if it's only depend on that company or that client or that country or that situation, then we give them power to decide of the quality of our life. So when we accept ourselves, meaning we accept our life, and the life is limitless. So if one person is saying like, yes, but you have to do, yeah, or no, it's not gonna work like this. So it's not end of the world, it's just the answer yes or no. If it's not suit me, I'm not gonna go there, because I understand what is the limitless of life. So to accept ourselves is the biggest prize in life, to understand how to accept life. Okay? So it took me 9 years to achieve this result. And can it be achieved faster? Yes, of course. Now I know it's possible. I'm able to lead you to this result in 3 months. A result of my clarity guidance would be resistance-free life, transformation of your mindset from no one need me to receiving mode. Another result would be mental health and clarity. You know, when the people facing the crisis, facing the panic, facing like lockdown situation, or losing the resources, and now time, you know what's happened, like our life want us to understand different results, different source, different so we can do the different innovations. So to be great with that, we have to understand that to see that resource and to create that innovations, we have to be calm. We have to be in the mindset of clarity, you know, in stability. That's how we can be guided by our soul, by our heart, to see innovations, to see why the situation come, where's the new resources, how to settle this, how to multiply all that problems into the blessing, transform and multiply. So the result is the mental health and clarity. It's absolutely necessary in the crisis time, because in the crisis time, usually people in panic, in mess, in chaotic, you know. So the person with disciplined mind to keep him or herself in the clarity, into stability, able to see situation very clear when other is not. That's why some people saying like crisis is the biggest, it's the best time to multiply resources. I am absolutely agree with that. But this is result of the clarity and the discipline and the mental health. It's the stability of my vision. Whatever happened, yes, I was trained a lot. But to create very stable platform for this clarity mindset, first of all, we have to erase or remove or transform the virus from our system. And the virus would be the guilt and fears and punishment and self-sabotage. Yeah, those the virus which is not allow you to stay in the mental health and stay in the clarity. So another result of my clarity guidance would be alignment for inner guidance for best probability. So I will teach you how to be aligned to your intuition and to your heart and to your soul to get the best probable results. So that's gonna increase your effectiveness. That's gonna lead you to best probable results all the time. Our heart, our soul is the best of the best friends and the guidance. So it's called inner guidance. So I will teach you how to be aligned to this. Okay? Another things like what my intuition is telling me now. This is 88% or even more in nowadays. People with guilt, they even don't know that their result of quality their life is because of the guilt. Very few people knows that they're looking for self-forgiveness or self-acceptance. You know, when I start my way, I didn't know what I was looking for. I just knew that the quality of my life, it was not what I meant to live. Okay? Some people know, some people don't know. Some people know and they're afraid to speak up. That's why I give you so clear explanation of what is the guilt does to our life. Okay? So, another sobering reality. Situation in the world now is a natural selection. The number of the poverty, the number of people without resources, and the lack of knowledge how to transform crisis into innovations, into solutions, are getting very, very, very big. Okay, so natural selection, I'm sure you understand what does it mean. And by get the result of freedom, of clarity, of self-acceptance, you're not gonna be just living your full potential life, your freedom, your financial joy, your mental stability, your love without compromising. You also be example for other people how to be happy, free, meaningful, and how to transform any crisis into the resource, into the freedom, into the joy, into the innovation. Guilt and fears, they meant to work like this. They not allow person to move forward to the desire. Unless you are very stubborn and brave like me, and you determined to go to get quality of your life, real quality of your life, like what you meant to live, like what your soul telling you that you should live. And now you have two possibilities. Either you go by yourself, and to be honest, I don't know how many years you're gonna invest in this, but it's not only about time, it's also about how much money you're gonna invest in it, how much money you're gonna lose, what would be the opportunity what kind of tunnels of fear you have to pass and what you have to experience. So for me, 9 years was like endless transformation, and I offer you joyful elevator within 3 months to get this self-acceptance and self-forgiveness. Accept your life and be free and joyful and understand what is the financial freedom actually. To be honest, I would not want my kids to repeat my experience. Now, with the result I have, of course, I am satisfied. This is what I was looking all my life. But if you ask me, would I repeat that? No way. If I have someone would tell me like, I can give you this in 3 months, so meaning in 3 months I actually can live my life as I want to, like 9 years compared to 3 months, of course I would say yes. So if this resonates to your heart, let's talk about if you feel to come to me for this program and to get your result in 3 months. Let's talk about payment. So for the payment, it can be done. It can be done free of charge. It can be done partly of charge. It can be done with payment plan. It can be done with the payment. Which one is more resonate with you? So, when you get your answer, what is the most resonate with you? Book instant discovery call with me. It's gonna be free of charge, and you can call one-on-one and get a call like personal to my WhatsApp number, and get a clarity of guidance like for your most effective solution in your life. I'm gonna explain to you how all of this can be done, what would be the schedule, what can be achieved like in the way of the payment, and what is the expectation, and how we will work out on this, because sometimes I work online on video, and also can be one-on-one, face-to-face. So it's like a personal and a virtual online options is available. Alright, so on this podcast you will see my contact details, and WhatsApp, it will be my personal WhatsApp. Call me right now for the discovery session. It will be free for you, and your life, if you say that I'm available only for the life I want to live, and I'm not available for this self-sabotage or punishment or guilt or fear, that's actually gonna put you on the map of life. We're able to receive only the things we available for. Otherwise, it's the wishing world without action. I love the song of Shakira, like, if you really want it, act like you mean it. Okay, I love you all. Ciao.